Oh yeah, baby. It's reading time. The system had to restart, so I had a chance to kind of read some of your comments before we started. And I want to say thank you to all of you who were there live during the manifestation class yesterday. That was one of my favorite classes I've ever taught. If you missed it, it's free for you. Some of you are not, manifestation is not what you're focusing on right now. But if you are focusing on manifestation, I hope you enjoyed last night's class. It truly was one of my favorite teaching experiences in the history of Sage Goddess in 10 years, which that's a big statement. So if you missed it, the recording is available for you forever. But there were quite a number of you who were live there, and I just want to say thank you because it was really cool. We had a lot of new people live too, and that's always fun. But when I have my soul shifters with me, it's always something special. So thank you for being there. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Wasn't it fun? It was 3.5 hours, so you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where you make time and space for that. But if you have the time and space, I hope you enjoy it. And don't worry, if you missed it, you can always watch it later. It's one of the perks. By the way, Perfume Around the World, we are 1/3 sold out of the tools. This class is, you guys have 25% off of this class. This class is a 3-month program. You can get the class and the tools or just the class. But if you want the class and the tools, and I'll talk about this in class tonight too, because I don't want you to miss the tools if you really want them. We won't be able to restock them because it's just, we're in a pandemic and it's really hard to get bottles, to get oils. Everything was custom made for this set. You know what I mean? Even the boxes. So I don't have any more once they're gone. But your code for 25% off is SS Perfume. Please don't share that code because the rest of the world is only getting 20% off. You guys are getting an extra 5%. So outside of Soul Shift, please do not share that code. Crystal Masters doesn't even get 25% off. It's only Soul Shift. But I'm really excited to teach perfuming. So if you haven't shopped for your kit and your tools, if you just want the class, you get 25% off the class. You don't have to get the tools. You have that option. Did you guys see that? So if you just want to join the class, I think it's $129 and then it's 25% off for 3 months. You're getting almost 10 hours of teaching for $100. You know what I mean? So I will tell you, I can't teach for less than $10 an hour because I have a whole team and a whole process. It's really expensive to bring these classes to you. So, but it's a really good value. If you want to learn perfuming, I'm going to be taking you to Indonesia, France, and Egypt for really a tour of the history of perfume in those countries. I'm super excited about it. So you can take just the class or you can get the class and the tools. It's totally up to you. But the tools, when they sell out, they will not be restocked this year. So that's why I want to make sure you know. Yeah, and Crystal, if you registered with 20% off, I don't know if you saw my posts in the Facebook group, you may not have seen it. I was telling people if you registered and only got the 20% off, write to support.sagegoddess.com and they will refund you the extra 5% right away. They're waiting for that. Isn't that cool? I'm so glad you're excited. I love bringing these classes to you and I love bringing them in an affordable way and I love kind of being able to gift you guys something extra. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I can't wait because perfuming is like my favorite thing. Now today we are here for live readings and this is the deck I've chosen for today. I don't think we've worked with this deck before. Jan's here for live readings. I'm so happy to see you. So this is the deck. Gabrielle Bernstein, the universe has your back. And I haven't worked with Gabrielle, but I saw the deck and I thought it was a cool deck. So let's have a go today. I'm going to be with you until about 3:05 this afternoon, and then I'll be going live on our main Facebook page to talk about what's new at sagegoddess.com today because I was so busy this morning I wasn't able to do that today. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed the manifestation class. You have no idea. It makes my heart so happy. So let's dive right in. I'm going to ask my spirit guides to help me be a good, clear, and open channel for wisdom and information that wants to come through today. I'm going to ask your spirit guides to open up and help me access your highest consciousness. Thanks you guys. And we'll give thanks for wisdom And information is already on its way to us today. And so it is. All right, let me dive right in. Did I use this deck before? I don't remember ever using it. Interessante. But anyway, you can let me know if I used it before. I don't remember using it before, but maybe I did. Was it a couple weeks ago? Can't remember when I did that. Okay, I'm going to dive in with Shanna Clark. Universe was like, go back up in that feed. There's Shanna. Hi, Shanna. Let's see what the cards are talking about for you today. For Shanna. All right. And I should tell you, there's no book with this deck. So we just work with the intention, which I kind of love. You know what I mean? Keeps it simple. That's what's coming through for Shanna today. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Isn't that true? It's like when people are being kind of hard, they're usually in that place of really needing support. And you know, when people come with that energy stream of anger or judgment or it's hard to want to help. But we have to recognize that that's a sign that people need our deeper support. If you've been experiencing any energy like this, Shanna, I think it's an invitation for you to see where that energy is coming from, right? That whole phrase, it's not about you, feels like it's relevant for you today. Does that make sense? There's some energy in your field that you're taking personally, the guides are saying, that like isn't about you. Now, I will tell you, I had a friend in graduate school. I'm still friends with her, and she still does what I'm about to tell you. And part of me thinks it's her superpower, and part of me thinks it's her blind spot. And she knows this too, because I've known her for 25 years. Nothing bothers her. She doesn't take criticism personally. If people are not happy with her, she'll just say, oh, interesting, thank you for that feedback, but it just like does not reach her solar plexus. And in a way, I think that's great, because literally she doesn't take anything personally. But on the other end of it, it's like sometimes it is about us. I would say it's like, in my life, it's 80% not about me, 20% about me, you know, like the whole saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something in what's happening around you right now, Shanna, that is a learning for you, but there's some of it that's not. And so the guides are saying, don't take on other people's energies unless you know it's yours. And how do you know it's yours? Discernment. But you don't want to be like my friend who's just like, she doesn't take any of it personally, so she's not growing. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it is about you, and you have to look at it, and you have to take it in, and it's hard, and you have to sit with it. But I feel like what's going on with you is not all about you. Yeah, so Shanna, if you can create that distance, you know what I mean, between you and these people, I actually think that's valuable. And I think you'll actually learn something in the process of saying, what part of this is mine and what part of this is not mine? And then in coaching, we call that giving the work back. You know, when someone projects onto me, I always look and say, okay, what part of this is mine? What part of this is theirs? And then I give them that 70% back and go, you know what? I think that 20% actually is mine, but this 70% is yours, and I'm going to give it back to you because I actually think this is something you need to work on. And what happened is you projected it onto me. So I'm going to give it back to you and see if you can find your learning edge in it so that it can be a learning for you as well. Most people don't expect that response. It can catch them really off guard, but it's also a really powerful opportunity for people to learn. And we're all here as teachers. We're all here as students, and we're all here as teachers too. Okay. Kathy Beeson says, I'm open to any messages for moving forward with my next phase. This is exciting. It feels good. You feel good about it? Whatever this next phase is feels really open and free. The guides are showing me what they often show me when there's a clear path, which is a gate that's open. Let's take a look, Kathy, and see what the cards are saying. For Kathy. my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Isn't that true? It's true for me. Is it true for you? You know what the guys are saying? It's really sweet. There's joy around the corner for you. There's a little fly in my face. It feels like good news. Pursue joy. Pursue bliss. That's what I learned from Joseph Campbell, who I never met before he died. But I will say Joseph Campbell is, when people ask me who's the most influential authors you've ever read, and the answers are Joseph Campbell, Carl Jung, and Shakespeare. Those are the three most profound, if you want to look back at my whole history, and Homer, who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey. Those are the most profound books. And then after that is Ovid's Metamorphoses. What else would be in the most influential books? There are more than that. But those are definitely up there. And what Joseph Campbell teaches is this idea of bliss, and that if you follow the line of your happiness, it actually tells you the right next step. There's nothing else you need to know. So he taught discernment through bliss. So if you literally just focus on each next step and what's bringing you the most joy, pure joy, you know what I mean? You kind of can't go wrong, but a lot of us don't do that. And so I feel like that's the invitation to you, Kathy. Where's your joy? Keep following it. I think you already are. That's my gut. You're already on the right path. But maybe you just needed an affirmation today, right? Are you taking a course on Shakespeare? I taught Shakespeare. My master's degree thesis was about witchcraft and Shakespeare. Which probably doesn't surprise you. But that was one of my areas of expertise. Okay. I love it. Rock is there and with Lauren. Hold on. And Rock is hoping for a birthday reading. Let's see what's coming up. Love you, Rock. Happy birthday to you. I'm so thankful to be on this planet with you. Truly. So for Rock. Isn't this true for you? I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Can you see it? Because the art is really cool. It's like the camera doesn't want to focus on it, but I just think it's such a cool card. Look at the image. What does it mean to get closer to consciousness? This year is something of a spiritual journey for you. Are you traveling? You may not know it yet, but I think you will be. Almost like a vision quest for you this year. There will be times this year, let me listen. There will be times this year where you feel very quiet and detached and disconnected, and this is not normal for you. But this is important for you. It's really interesting what they're showing me. I don't know that I fully understand it. Maybe you'll understand it. It feels like they're extending your life path. They're extending your life, like your contract. And so there's going to be like a cocooning phase where you go in and try to talk about, so what's this going to be? Does that make sense to you? What are you going to do? Who are you going to help? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? How are you going to help? Where are you going to go? You could be doing something really interesting by the end of 2022. Working with people. It's not clear, and you wouldn't know this yet. It feels like a real evolution of your soul's path. So happy birthday. Buckle up, Buttercup. I know, I miss him too. Okay, Sharon Linden needs a love reading. It's my area of expertise, really. Sharon. You know what they're showing me, Sharon? They're so funny in what they show. Are you opening your heart a little wider to somebody? They're showing me a rock. So of course you come after rock. And they're showing me your heart. There have been parts of your heart that have been closed off for kind of a long time. The guides are telling me that I've told you this before. Is that true? I don't hold on to my readings. The guides are like, you've told her this before. Have I? Oneness is my true nature. You're ready to connect. And it's happening. And there are going to be a lot of opportunities for you to do that. The key for you is going to be to keep your heart open once it is open. That's going to be the key. That's your learning edge. You've learned, the guides are saying, like, how to open it, but then there's a tendency to go when it gets weird. And it gets weird. Well, Sharon, I think this is good energy around this. I have had an odd number of very close people in my life lose their partners and remarry. One of those I got to officiate, which was in some ways the most intense experience I've had as an officiant, because I knew her ex-husband really well. So it was just, it was like closing one door and opening another, but it was really beautiful at the same time because she was ready. So cheers to you. Feels like something really exciting for you, Sharon, and enjoy it. Are you feeling guilty about it? No, you're ready. You're ready. I want to celebrate with you. You're ready. Tara Suzanne, low and lost. May I please have guidance? Hi, Tara. Let's see what's coming up for you today. Tara. My chills all over today. What's going on with you guys? This feels good for you, Tara. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Why can't you see that right now? You have to shift your focus. You have to shift your focus. Do you know how to do that? I can help you. I think you know. You have to shift your focus. This is a matter of where your energy is going. You know, it's very easy. It's very easy for me, right? Because I'm plugged into so many people and so many timelines and so many narratives, and I'm really happy for people right now who are feeling great and everything's good, but 90% of people I know, that's not the case. And I had somebody post on my personal Facebook page in response to something I posted the other day, where her comment was sort of like, yeah, everybody's experienced it differently, so there's no collective trauma. But I have to say I'm struggling with that, because my personal spiritual belief is that we're all connected. So if you struggle, I struggle. Doesn't mean we have to take on each other's stuff, but it does mean we're aware in the field of how intense this period is. The spirit guides, Tara, are talking about adrenal fatigue for you. There's actually a stone for that at sagegoddess.com today. I'm not trying to get you to go shop, but there's actually a stone for adrenal fatigue. We don't often have them, called granditerite. And I'm going through adrenal fatigue a little bit. I'm better now. I've been really working on my adrenals over the last 60 days, and I feel so much better. My metabolism has picked up. Like, I can't tell you the world of difference. But it's very important to recognize when we're in that state and to shift the perspective. I almost want you to, like, I don't know, Tara, if you saw the manifestation class yesterday. If you didn't, you just may want to watch it at some point, because I was talking about how to generate excitement, because excitement is the energy of manifestation. And I feel like where your energy's going, they keep showing me like a whirlpool. That's the best way I can describe what they're showing me, Tara. It's like a whirlpool. And it's like your energy's going into this. And once your energy goes into like a cyclone or a whirlpool, it's like it's so hard to back the energy out because we go in and we spiral down, right? But I want to see you spiral out of that. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's called Granditerite. It's like this is it. Just get at peace, seriously, Tara, and just carry it with you. Just get one piece, stick it in your bra, carry it with you every day. If you already have turquoise, you don't need Granditerite because turquoise is the other really powerful adrenal fatigue stone. Chanel's recommending detox tea. I love the idea that you would work with a tea. I'm going to tell you, for me too, Tara, just what works for me, take it or leave it. The mushrooms, not psilocybin, but like reishi and chaga mushrooms, really help me with adrenal fatigue. And you can go on Amazon, that's where I go, Tara, and just get reishi mushroom tea. I have one that's like a reishi mushroom with ginger, and it helps me because sometimes I get an upset stomach. When my adrenals are out, my digestion gets funky. That's always sort of my telltale sign. I hope this is helpful for you, Tara. I just adore you, and I can feel your energy. Does that cyclone image resonate with you? It's like shh, and you need to like seriously unwind that frequency so that you can rise back up out of that. It's possible. Just visualize it and then work with detox or reishi or whatever works for you. I think you can do it. And the ginger, if you can find that reishi ginger tea, I don't know what it's called. I got it on Amazon, but the ginger really helps with solar plexus. Is it helpful? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, well, Lori Michelle, I think you're right. I really do. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I think you're onto something. All right, Sissy. Nikki Siani, let's see. It's all about love for me too. After 3 years of passionate love, my relationship is shaken. I would appreciate some guidance, please. Let's go. Let's see what's coming up for you, cutie. Sissy. God, Tara, they're really still... Hold on. Crystals. Tara, the spirit guides are saying there's something that you already have. I'm sorry, but like when they pull me back, I have to just honor it. There's something you already have that they want you to work with. Is it citrine or golden healer? They're saying it's a crystal that you have worked with many times. And the spirit guides are like, please tell her to go back and get that crystal. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's in your collection already. I don't know, they're real insistent upon it. Maybe don't buy anything. I don't know. There's something in your collection that they want you to work with. All right, come back to me, Sissy. Sissy. All right, let's see what's going on with your relationship here. Isn't this true for all of us? My vibes speak louder than my words. I am so this person because I'm at a point in my life, and you're probably like that too. I almost don't listen to what people say. I almost look exclusively at what they do because it's such a better measure of who they really are. You know, words are kind of empty. So there's a you work with many. It's a golden stone though. It's like it's either citrine, Tara, or it's golden healer, or what else could it be? Golden calcite. Herkimer diamond with iron? Can't tell what they're showing me. Okay, so Sissy, they're showing me roots of a tree. Bear with me. They're very visual with me today. They're showing me roots of a tree, Sissy, like a big tree, and the root system coming down, and the roots are like separated and divided. So it looks like you guys are growing apart a little bit. Now, when that happens in a relationship, and it happens in every relationship, it becomes a conscious choice. Do you want to keep growing together, or are you going to let the You feel like it's a zestulite? It could be. Let us know, Tara, what you got, girl. Show us a picture. Do you want to grow together? Because they're showing me these roots, Sissy, and it's like, when we get to this point in a relationship, I've been through it probably a dozen times in my marriage, because life comes along and it's like all this, sometimes you don't even realize it, like, and for Dave and me, it's always this conscious process of like, let's come back together, we want to continue to grow together, right? Talk. That's what the spirit guides are saying. Talk to each other. Sometimes relationship cords are very thick and old, and in the case of my relationship, Dave and I came here to do like kind of big, heavy work together, and it hasn't always been easy. Some people get to do just the light, fun stuff. He and I feel like we literally move mountains, and it gets exhausting. So decide what you want in this relationship, Sissy, and then have the conversation. And you can even put it in those words, like, when we come together as a couple, we start to build these interconnected root systems, but the roots can still start to grow separately, and then we have to decide, do we want to come back together and maintain that growth, or is our contract complete? Doesn't feel like it is for you. Let me ask. Is their contract complete? It's saying no. I don't know if that's helpful for you. I think you want to be together. When you move, it won't surprise you, but just in the spirit of being completely candid, when I start a relationship, it's usually very sexual and very intense. And once we get past that period, it's like, okay, so now what? You know what I mean? Like, I've devoured you. Do I want to still be with you, kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, at some point, as the relationship goes through these seasons and these periods of evolution, we have to decide how we're going to reorient ourselves to each other in each of the phases. So I'm glad that's helpful for you. But I don't think your work is done. I would tell you, I don't sugarcoat things, and I'm honest. Like, what I hear and what I see, I don't. If the pendulum was like, nope, peace out, I would say that too. Although I never want to be the reason anybody leaves a relationship. I think that's such a personal decision. But I will tell you what I see. Brucite. I swear to you, Tara, I almost said brucite. Is it just a loose piece? Is it about that big? Maybe a little bit smaller? Try that before you try anything else, because the spirit guides are saying what you have is going to be effective. Woo! They're all over the place today. Okay, good. I'm glad that was helpful, Sissy. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Yeah, listen, there's nobody, and I work with a lot of people. There's nobody in a long-term relationship who hasn't been tested. If they tell you that, I don't know that they're being honest. Nancy Campbell, I'm so lost. I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do with everything. How do I bring it together? Hi, Nancy. Oh, I just want to hug you. Feels like you need a hug, Nancy. You feel overwhelmed. Yeah. Roll your shoulders back. It feels like this in your energy field, so I want you to roll your shoulders back and sit up straight. Wiggle your tush. Let's see what the cards have to say. Nancy. One step at a time. Here's the card. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. quite ready to put it all together yet, right? That's what the guides are saying. What is September? They keep showing me nines. 99999. Is it September 9? What is this for her? It's September. I don't know that whatever it is, but because there's something missing still. Yeah, it's like you're trying to put a puzzle together and you don't have all the pieces. So, do you feel like you have to do it right now? Because I'll tell you, at the end of summer, you're going to have more clarity and perhaps more support and guidance. Yeah. What's September? Feels important for you. 9999999. All right, Janine Gibbons. She says she's feeling confused too. What do I need to know that I don't know now? Hi, Janine. Let's take a look. Janine. This isn't just for you. You're asking this question for other people too. This is what you need to know that you don't know right now. I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So, if you're confused, love becomes the compass, right? What do I do? Where do I go? Do I say yes? Do I say no? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I not do this? Do I not do that? And love becomes the metric, right? Love becomes the calculus. Love becomes the proxy, right, for whether we know we're making the right decision or not. Is it bringing you closer to love? And remember that for spirits, love is a little bit different than humans think of it, right? We think of love as like a magic eraser. You know what I mean? Like it just fixes everything. But the spirits are actually kind of, their love is tough sometimes. And it's, and sometimes it requires us to go through great challenges, right? To experience it on a soul level. Is it bringing you closer to love? And what does that look like? Yeah. I'm just going to leave this with you because it's coming through, but I don't know what it means. Take yourself out of the equation. I don't know what that means. If you think about, there's a challenge you're facing, right? There's something on your heart. And here's what the guides are saying. If you think about it through your own lens, what it means for you, how it'll affect you, all of that, that gets you, so take yourself out of the equation. That will give you a clearer answer. Interesting. Oh, thanks, Dr. Chris. That means the world to me. And Nancy, I'm really happy to hear that. Your job isn't, your career is. Yeah. Sharon Mitchell says, do I take the plunge? Need guidance on a big decision. Come back, Sharon Mitchell. There you are. Should you take the big plunge? Pendulum is like, yes, 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 yes. Sharon. Don't overthink this one. Remember what I taught you yesterday? you seeing the theme here today? Because I'm seeing the theme here today. Even if these last couple readings are not with your name on it, I really want you to pay attention, because my spirit guides keep saying, like, they're basically saying Sharon's asking this question, but this is coming up for more than Sharon, right? Just like with Janine, it was for Janine, but if you're watching me right now, it's probably for you too. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Big deep breath there. All my birds are outside. There's like 9 of them in my olive tree right now. Yep, choose again. Is it bringing you closer to love? If it is, then great, choose it. If it's not, then no. The answer is really clear, they're saying. I think you needed an affirmation. That's what I'm getting. You needed an affirmation. I choose love too. I do. Because I've chosen fear before and it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, every time I've chosen fear, I've regretted it. Not great, right? Okay. So let's choose love. Yeah. I'm going back up in the feed. Hold on. Yeah, I'm seeing it too, Jenny, so it's really interesting, right? You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Sarah Paxton? Did you make that up? You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Can I make a meme with that quote and put your name at the bottom? It's pretty much the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Kendra Quicksaw. Hi, Kendra. How are you today? You tired? Why are they saying you're tired? You're not getting enough sleep. Melatonin. What are you doing before bed that's keeping you from sleeping well? What are you not doing before bed that would help you sleep better? Kendra. All these cards are like, you know? At any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. It's true. Love's always available. They keep coming back to the sleep thing. What's going on with sleep? You not sleeping? They're talking about a nighttime ritual. You need a nighttime ritual. I think the challenge is whenever they talk to me about sleep, like they're doing today, where it's like sleep, it's usually because they're trying to reach you. And dream time is like the most reliable time for spirit to be able to access us without us like pretending it's not real, or like all the things that humans do, like, oh, that's not real, or that's just my head, or you need to get better sleep. REM sleep. Yeah. Set the intention for it. Okay. Risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to make that a tank top that says that. I risk it for biscuits. People already think I'm so like weird where I live, that would be awesome to walk into Trader Joe's with a tank top that says, I risk it for biscuits. Terry Cassidy's taking a mental health day today. I would love that so much. Cheers for doing that. It's really important. She would love to know what her spirit guides are up to. Let's see what they're talking about. Terry Cassidy, Terry. I always trust the direction of the universe, and I know I'm being guided. Are you getting away today? You need to get away. They're showing me like a mountain or a hill. I don't know what this place is, but you need to go there. Is there like a little shop or a little bookshop that you go to sometimes? There's something in a shop that you're supposed to get. They're going to guide you to it. Are you going someplace like that today on your mental health day? On my mental health days, I tend not to shop because actually shopping stresses me out. I know it sounds funny, but other than shopping for crystals, I really don't like to shop. Like, I don't like to shop for clothes or shoes or anything really. But there's a little place that you need to go. You're saying you haven't been there in a little while. Is this true? There's something there that's going to help you. Do you know what that place is? It's almost like there's somebody there you're going to talk to. Make time for that. Kendra says, I never sleep. It's time you need to sleep. There's a little shop they want you to go to. They say you know it. And you know where this place is. Yeah, I'm not a good shopper. I'm really not. I don't like it. It stresses me out. I often have like buyer's remorse afterward. Again, not with stones or jewelry, like, you know, like if I buy something from Sylvia, I don't have buyer's remorse. But if I go into a store and I buy something, like an hour later, I'll be like, I shouldn't have bought that. Oh, thank you for that, Jan. What a sweetheart you are. I'm really glad you're here. It's nice to see you today. Okay. Okay. Terry says she doesn't know what I'm talking about. There is a store near you. It has books. But it's not just a bookshop. It could be like an antique shop or a metaphysical shop, something like that. You're going to find something in that shop. And it keeps showing me it's near like a hill or like a, I'm not sure what they're showing me. Do you have any metaphysical or bookshops in your area? There's something like that you're supposed to go. It's almost like there's a book you're going to pull off a shelf or something that's like really going to be helpful for you. They're like all flags point to that. Hey Maruda, she said this is going to be her last class for a while. Mwah. She said, do the guides have any messages for me today? Let's see what's coming up for you. And so many blessings on your path. From Maruda, Maruda, Maruda. I already read for you, right? I love it when they pull these consecutive cards. It's like, yes, we get the message. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. So where are you being guided? Your next steps are important, they're saying. Let me listen. This is a big year for you. It's a year of change, and you're starting this cycle now. So I don't know where you're being guided, but you're being guided somewhere. And it's good. As long as you continue to follow that guidance, you will find exactly what it is that you're meant to find. Just keep asking the question, you know? Where am I being led? What are you trying to show me? What do I need to see? You know? When you look back in hindsight, I mean, you can probably already see this with your life right now. I can, like, 10 years ago, what was happening, I can see now in the fullness of time how it was leading me in different places. And so you may not be able to see it now, but in the fullness of time, it does show itself, right? Ooh, Carrie's going to Costa Rica for ayahuasca ceremony. What messages do the guides have to prepare me? I'm so happy that you get to travel and do that. I really am. Bless you and bless the journey. I can't wait to do medicine again. It's going to be a while for me, but I'm really happy for you. Truly. Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. Here's another one. My vibes speak louder than my words. This journey is going to shift something inside of you that needs to be shifted. It's like there's some stuck energy. They're saying you know this. they keep showing me like the sacral solar region, like through your ovaries and your digestive system. It's going to move energy from that whole region. And yeah, and it's time to do this, to open the sacral and the solar plexus and to move that energy through, because it's going to heal something. And they're telling me, Carrie, this is something from like, feels like it's from your teens or your 20s, some kind of contraction in the energy field, and there's some energy that's just been kind of sitting there that needs to be moved. So this whole experience has been very guided, is what they're telling me. Very guided. During your journey, someone may come, maybe you'll be the shaman, or one of the assistants or whatever will come, Carrie, and I feel like they're going to put their hands on your stomach or on your sacral. But some ayahuasqueros, it depends on where you go. In Costa Rica, I'm not as sure. I know more about Peru. Sometimes they won't touch you because they just don't want to disturb the process. So some ayahuasqueros are very, very, my shaman is not. He's very hands-on and tactile, and I like that. But in South America, often they leave you completely alone because they have a policy of like not wanting to interfere in your journey. If no one comes to put hands on you, the medicine will put its hands on you. But I would like for you to also remember what we're talking about and place your own hands on yourself. You will see something as you're placing your hands on yourself. You'll see something as you're placing your hands on yourself that's important for your learning. It could be like a technique. Does that make sense? Like a technique that they're going to try to show you, and you'll learn it. Isn't this interesting? I think you're going to learn this technique by doing it or by seeing it done on you. And then I think you're going to show this to other people. Is this making any sense to you? I have no idea. But I hope it makes sense. It gives you kind of something to focus on in your journey, right? Okay. God, this time has gone by really fucking fast. Okay, Carrie, good. I'm glad this is resonating with you. It makes me really happy. Calico Creative Pro, she says, hi, Athena, my name is Amy. I haven't had a reading yet. Hi, Amy. It's nice to meet you. I'm curious if my guys think I just met my soulmate. I feel like I did. I think you did. Hold on. It's just an instant yes. Super zingy energy, too. You feel it? Amy. Did Amy just meet her soulmate? Pendulum's like, I wish you could see it. I mean, it's not mincing words. What do we need to tell Amy about this soul that she's encountered? Amy. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. It's kind of true, isn't it? It's really sweet what I'm hearing for you, Amy. You've done the work, haven't you? Yeah, the guides are like, she's done the work. I think you have met somebody very special. I mean, I think you're ready. So enjoy it. A lot of us ruin those early months of soulmate experience because we're so ready to be disappointed. Because we've been disappointed so many times before. It's happened to me too. I think this is really good. Like I don't have a single like energy of hesitation for you at all. And again, I would tell you. I would tell you. Dive in, girl. Let's see what's going on in there. Let me know how it's going. Oh yeah. That's the juice of life. Okay. Ooh, hi Sega. Where am I going, Spirit? Mavi. They want me to come to you, Mavi. Yeah, I'm going to take a few more minutes, Amy Novak. I love you for that, though. Thank you for looking out for me, Amy Novak. That really means a lot to me. They want me to come to Mavi Hernandez. I'm going through a massive shift. She's looking for inside scoop. Let me see what's coming up for you, Mavi, Mavi, Mavi. Well, this card flew out of my deck, darling. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Change is always tough. The one kind of comforting thing I find, especially at times like this, is we're all going through change together. This is a collective transformation. So each of us is going through our kind of micro individual transformations, but there's also this bigger macro collective transformation that's happening. So you're not alone. Let me just listen for a second. Okay. This process, this shift, this transformation that you're going through is could pull you in some different directions. So what they're telling me to tell you is really find and hold on to your North Star through this, whatever your North Star is, your deeper truth, your deeper personal, authentic truth, the core of who you are. And that's the best advice, honestly, that I can give to anybody who's going through a major shift. It's like, so lots can change around you. Everything can change around you. But the core of who you are, when you anchor into that truth and you hold that space, it's like the waves can crash, the winds can blow, the fires can burn, the earth can rumble, but nothing's really going to take you off of your course. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like for you. I feel like underneath this change is a little bit of fear for you, like the what could this mean, what if, like going through all of that. And so try to look, because what I'm hearing is that this shift can actually really lead you toward a deeper truth within yourself, and let the excitement of that overcome or overtake the fear you have of what the change could require. That feels important. Okay. Karen Kaz says, tired of being tired, need guidance please. What's coming up for the next 6 months? I've been feeling flat, but feel change coming and would like to know what my guides would need me to know. Let's see, Kaz. The guides are telling me, again, with this isn't just for Kaz, so pay attention. I'm going to pull a collective card. This isn't just for you, Kaz. But thank you for asking for it, because you are doing that for other people too. Kaz. Next one. It's a different card. It's a big card. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when I'm ready to forgive, when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. Yeah. If you're feeling tired, because spirits like this isn't just Kaz, right? When you're feeling tired and exhausted, it is often a sign that you're not aligned to that frequency. Because, and I know it sounds cheesy, I know it does. If somebody told me this when I was tired, I'd be like, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me about love, I'm tired. But it's like, again, we have to think of love as really a different word. Love as the universal life force, right? That sustains and animates. And the nice thing about that frequency is that it provides an unending source of energy. It literally is the battery pack. But when we're tired, we're like, the last thing we want to think about or talk about is love. And yet, it is the medicine. I know it's hard. So often lately, candidly, I'm anywhere but love. Because I'm so frustrated. You know, as a generator, I'm facing a lot of obstacles because of the pandemic and because of just social conditions and because people's energy fields are so shattered and because of the amount of collective grief and trauma. Like, some days it just feels like molasses as an energy worker, you know? And I mean, just being candid with you, there are days where I wake up and I'm already tired in the morning, you know? I'm just like, oh, we have to do this again. Like, you just feel like you're like lifting up the, like, okay, let me try to lift it one more time. And you're a projector, so you're gonna feel that, right? My son's a projector. He's exhausted right now. I mean, he was like, Mama, I feel like I could sleep 12 hours a day right now. And I'm like, dude, I know, it's a lot. We're all kind of carrying it. Even the young ones are carrying it. But I will promise you, and you're a generator too, Jess, I will promise you, love can be a rejuvenating force. And I will tell you, yeah, that tired feeling is the collective consciousness. But there are literally, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, I woke up, I lifted my head up out of bed, and I literally just wanted to lay back down. I was just like, this is like a wave of hard, right? You've been sleeping more? Well, as a projector, you should sleep more right now. I mean, my son, I told him, I think I told you this yesterday during the class, I was going to give him a magnesium bath and put him to sleep. It's exactly what I did last night. I gave him, I drew a bath for him, laid out the bath pillow and all of his favorite things, left the bathroom, told him, you go in there, 1 hour, I'm going to time it. And then he got in bed and went to sleep. And he slept for like 10 hours last night. You know, I think you should try sleeping too. And taking really good care of yourself. If I was there, I'd draw you a bath and rub your shoulders, but do this for yourself, you know? And set your intention every day to anchor into love. You're always anchoring into something every day, whether you realize it or not. Some days we're anchoring into tension or into fear, or we're anchoring. It's like, usually it's the first energy that presents itself in the day that we anchor into. You anchor into love first. And then you operate from that frequency. And the nice thing about it is, once you become really conscious of this, you'll start to attract that vibration without having to even think about it, right? It's really true. Take a bath, carry ovary if you can before sleep. A salt bath, magnesium bath, Epsom salts, right? You can get them on Amazon. You need Epsom salt, magnesium, and Dead Sea salt's really good for that too, for softening the muscles. And then you need a little bit of melatonin. Cannabis is legal where you are, that's very helpful. Indica's nice as a nighttime strain, but if it's not legal where you are, melatonin. Get yourself some sleepy time tea. Have a cup of tea before bed, no sugar, because that will spike your insulin and it'll keep you from sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Salt bath. Truly, it's very important. There is and if you don't have anybody to massage you, there's a thing on Amazon. Everybody in my life got one for Father's Day. I'm just going to show you what it is. I don't get any benefit from showing this to you, but I'm going to tell you, this thing has changed my life. Let me just show it to you really quick. It is worth every penny. Where's the one I bought? Well, it's similar to this. Okay, so you hold it here, and it's got the balls that are massaging back here, and you can pull it down and massage your lower back, or you can kind of pull it up this way and hold it at your neck. Get one of those. I'm totally serious. This is called a Shiatsu neck and back massager. Deep tissue 3D kneading massage pillow for shoulder, blah 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 blah. It's $49 and it ships for free on Amazon Prime. There's another one here, it's $39. It's kind of the same thing. You need And you need to use it every day because, again, when we're stressed, what do? We contract in. Jan Perko will tell us. Get it? Because when you contract in, this, I was telling you this during manifestation class yesterday, right? We have to have something that opens up and moves the energy through the back. What is your back, you guys? It is the central column that holds your chakras. If we're contracted down like this, there is no way energy can flow. So you have to have something that literally just, and start at the back of your neck, back here, and shake it up here, and then shake it up here, and then shake it up in your lower back before you go to bed. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes. Please go on Amazon. I will, I'm going to try to find, I know I'm like doing this in real time, but I'm going to try to find the one I actually bought. The one I actually bought, I'll post a link for you. Just look up back massager and make sure it's one that you can hold, okay? It will help you so much. Okay, this is the collective reading. Are you ready? This is for everybody who's here now and everybody who will watch later. So if you're here, whether I read for you or not, this is your card. It's my card too. It's a card for everybody in Soul Shift to guide us through. See, Mackenzie's got one. Just be prepared. If you only have one in your house, you're going to fight over it. Dave takes it and runs down the battery, and then Nick takes it and plugs it in and then runs down the battery. And by the time I get it, the battery's dead. You will fight over that thing. It is used 3 or 4 times a day in my house. So enjoy. So for the collective, and Soul Shift, a card to guide us through our final week of work in June. Of course, this is the card. Bed Bath & Beyond. Hey, Mackenzie, did it help you recover from your neck surgery? Did it help you? Oh my God, seriously. I didn't think the kids were going to use it. I'm like, there's no way Zoe and Nick are going to use it. And then half the time I'm like, where is it? And they're like, it's in my bedroom. Like, why is that in your bedroom? Yeah, I'll post a link for you in the Facebook group because you guys need to have that. So the collective card is my vibes speak louder than my words. And we talked about this earlier too. Yeah, so what the guides are saying with this collective card is that we all have to look at the energy we're bringing into the spaces of our lives, including our private spaces. It's really important. The vibe begins with you, right? Yeah, I know, right, Jan? I mean, this card has been like the consistent heartbeat of these readings today. So, I will say, Tara's got her reishi tea in her Amazon cart, and now she's looking at the massager. I'm telling you, Tara, order it all and call me in the morning. You're going to thank me after this. What I'm going to say is this. On a daily basis, I have to stop myself and check my vibe. Because a lot of times our vibe is connected to our subconscious. So consciously we're like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. This is fine. You know, and it's not fine, right? But our vibration is connected to our subconscious. So it's like we think everything is fine, but our vibration is like really tense or really agitated or really down or really low, right? And I think there's something to this idea for us today to consciously connect that vibration, our personal vibration, to that broader vibration of love, right? And comfort and connection and beauty, or however you define love. And keep it there, because it is a constant checking in, a constant calibration, right? Yeah, I mean, Judith says, my clients pick up on my vibe. Well, of course they do. There are days where I think I'm managing everything really well, and then somebody in class will be like, Athena, are you okay? It's just like, because my vibe, can be off. I'm human and I have hard days. My mom's having health challenges, like shit happens. That's why I posted on Facebook today. It's like, not everybody broadcasts in social media when they're having a hard time. And yet, a lot of us are going through pretty much the hardest time we've gone through in our lives before. So check the vibe, plug into that deeper frequency of love, recognize that love is an endless reservoir. Do you know what I mean? Love never gets tapped out. You can't take too much from love. Not that true energy stream of love. You can't, you can't overdraw the account. You really can't. So like, keep going back there. It's a well that you can't relieve. It's like a well that you can't run dry. Yeah, so Jess, get the thing for your back. I promise you. Like, seriously. Push pause on buying crystals for a little bit and go get a back massager. I know that sounds funny given what I do, but it's one of the things that's really saved me this year. Because you'll be amazed when you relieve the tension in your central channel. You'll be amazed at how the energy flows through your chakras differently. So a lot of us think of massage as like a luxury, and it is. Massage is a luxury. That's why I bought the thing, because I'm like, I can't go have massages all the time, but I can get this machine that kind of makes me feel massaged. But when you release all the pressure and tension off of your back, and I'm talking from, the top of your spinal cord all the way to what I call my butt nuts, right? Like the bottom of your tailbone. When you relieve all that pressure and tension, the energy through your chakras is just like, shoo, shoo, shoo. You will feel like a different human being. Well, thank you for that, Kaz. I hope you feel better too. Tara's got tea and something to rub her butt nuts, so she's gonna be feeling so much better soon. It's true. Sandy, right? Love never fails. True love never fails. Human love does fail. I've been failed by humans and their love a million times. But I have never been failed by spirit love. And that's a whole different love, right? I call them butt nuts. I don't know, what do you call them? I'm not a massage therapist, but like, the little places where you hold all that tension all the time, I call them butt nuts. Dave calls them butt nuts too, because we've been together for 20 years, so he's always like, you need your butt nuts rubbed. I'm glad I made you laugh. All right, you guys, well, enjoy your Amazon shopping sprees. I'll see you guys in 45 minutes for session 4 of June. We're going to be carving candles and talking about the elements and manifestation and everything today. I can't wait. So we'll see you in just a little while. I want to thank your spirit guides for being open today, and my spirit guides for helping me be a good channel. And let's give thanks for wisdom and information that is continuing to come through for all of us. The sacrum, butt nuts. You call it sacrum, smarty pants. I call it butt nuts. I love you.